Formal
12 yung,
slate.
12 yung candidate ng administration, nabawasan ng isa.
Yes.
Si Aimee.
Yes.
So, meron ba silang ipapalit doon,
Yes,
no?
yeah.
Sa number 12.
Hindi ba si Ben Tulfo?
No?
Ay.
Well, pwede nilang kunin si Willie Revillame, pwedeng kunin si Kiko Orbam,
yun.
no? Hindi naman sila kukuha sa mga Duterte.
Definitely.
Oo, so kukuha sila either sa independent.
Yeah.
Halimbawa, si Willie Revillame kasi dinadala ni Chise,
Yeah.
no? Pwede ring one of the pinks, Kiko Orbam,
Yeah.
baka mahirapan kung dalawa. So, yan ngayon yung mga nego. Yan ngayon yung mga calculation na ginagawa.
Doon sa pink, sa side na yun, no? Sa Liberal Party and their own movement.
Well, BAM is going independent,
Yeah, I know
right?
it's independent, no?
BAM is saying basically he's independent.
But, you know, is there some resurgence of, ano pa balita sa inyo? Are they going to organize? Are they organizing? Is everybody in that network?
Well, they can only organize so much dahil hindi naman kasi partido yung pink. It's a movement, no? So,
Na medyo spontaneous masyado.
Baka too late naman to create a new brand
spark, no?
dahil 1 month na lang yung natitira, no? So, malaking bahagi na are negotiations, no?
Yeah.
Negotiations with
Local
influence
politicians,
groups, local politicians, religious groups
Yes.
like Iglesia ni Cristo,
Yeah.
etc. No? So, tingin ko, yan naman yung ginagawa nila early pa in the campaign. Pero ngayon kasi, dahil nagta-tighten na, tapos halos nawawala na yung 1 to 2 possible na
opening.
na pinagtatalunan, no? Nagsasara na nga. Baka pati nga yung isa nawawala na,
Yun
no?
nga
no?
Sana may dalawa pa, kaya pa eh. Pero
Yun nga eh.
isa na lang pinaglalabanan na pwesto eh.
What about tactical voting? Yung idea na, kunyari, ikaw ay supporter ng genuine opposition. You want enough, kasi ang usapan dito ay impeachment ni Sara eh, di ba? The idea is, Kiko and Bam, of course, you want both of them in. But you also don't want some of the independent ones na within the range na pwede pa rin talunin na mukhang mas on the other side. So you can help some of the alyansa na mas sigurado ka who could vote against Sara.
Siguro yun yung difference ng mga ibang survey. Halimbawa,
Diba?
Sa survey ng Okta ay mga number 9 si Bato. Sa survey ng isa, number 2.
Three.
No? 2 to 3.
Three,
yeah.
So medyo malaking difference yun. No? Sa survey ng Okta, si Bato ay pwede pang talunin.
Yeah.
Doon sa
Pwede pa
survey
malaglag,
sa survey ng iba ay baka mahirapan na. So, yan yung
Hindi, for instance, Pacquiao, sa F-survey nyo, may chance pa. And I won't be surprised that maybe Pacquiao will be on the right side of history.
Dahil si Pacquiao kasi number 12.
Should you help Pacquiao if you're also
Tapos
supporter
kung
of BAM?
mag-scale up siya, tapos with the admin machinery,
Pwede.
May chance siya kumpara dun sa mga nasa labas ng 12 na hindi admin.
Yes.
Right.
No, ilang sinasabi ko na kumpara dun sa mga nasa labas ng 12 na hindi admin, mas may chance yung nasa dulo na 12 na admin, no? Going into the home stretch.
Yes.
Pero bagong phenomena kasi yung ganitong klaseng surge.
Yeah, medyo
it's different.
incredible,
Kaya nga ang tanong ko kay Prof, nangyayari ba yan in the past? Ang alam ko kasi hindi eh. Meron kang surge na mga 5% sa compared do sa previous survey cycle.
Yeah.
Ito kasi nag-surge ka ng 15%. No? Sa
More
isang
than that for some
in one survey cycle.
Yeah, except these are people with very low base.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's a ceiling, right? It looks like there's a ceiling
Yes,
too.
pero
But
even then,
this is our second survey
Interesting.
observing this rise. So, will it continue in April? This is something that
Right.
we don't have data
Yun
yet.
nga, ako kasi, again, this is speculative,
Yeah.
but my sense is,
lahat naman dito speculative.
no. But there is the good speculative, there's the bad, and there's the ugly speculative. Hindi naman ito yung mga malapolvoron level na speculative.
Hindi yan speculative.
Deep fake, yeah. No, but going back to this, ako kasi my sense is like, if you're Jimo Bondoc who were like 4 or 5%, going, let's say, even up to 20-25%, makes perfect sense. You know why? Because 20% of the people are aligned to Duterte.
Yeah, that's
so,
the
and then,
survey, yeah.
so I won't be surprised if more or less that's it, right? And we can see that, like Philip Salvador also is the dark horse, but he's not going way beyond that 20%-ish na solid idea. So, I see here more consolidation of all Duterte-aligned candidates rather than a kind of an absolute jump, including the ceiling shifting. I don't know. That's one way of reading it for me.
Another way of reading it is to accept the fact that there's a surge. There was an extraordinary circumstance or context that sparked the surge. But by accepting that, all the other forces can recalibrate.
Recalibrate, which is what we're
but-
discussing,
but,
yeah.
I think that's a rational thing, no? To accept that it happened and to see what you can do to curtail the surge. And I think because...
So you're saying accept that this surge is not like forever. It's not
Yeah,
permanent.
it's not-
it
yeah,
could be
it-
temporary.
yeah.
May
Yeah.
dalawang
Temporary.
may dalawang variable tayo na pinag-uusapan eh. Yung isa ay yung senatorial election.
Yeah.
Most probably, itong surge na ito, sinasabi ni Prof, ay yes, may surge, pero
May hangganan.
hindi inaasahan na magkakaroon ko ulit ng 15% jump
Another
in the
one.
next
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
next
yeah,
survey
yeah.
before the elections, no?
Yun yung ceiling na sinasabi ko, yeah.
Baka may limit 'yan, no? Hindi ko alam kung ano yung science diyan. So isa 'yon. But even kung hindi manalo, which is more probable, hindi manalo yung karamihan ng kandidato ng Duterte opposition, which is practically 10. Kahit may surge sila at
Yeah.
hindi sila makakanalo, yun yung second variable. This is a referendum on the government, on the president. The very fact na sila ay nag 15-20% is a reflection na yung Duterte opposition ay kahit hindi manalo,
It's alive and kicking.
meron silang fuel to burn.
Yes.
At yung gobyerno ay medyo bumabagsak in terms of approval rating. Kahit hindi sila manalo ngayon, ha? So going into 2028, delikado 'yon. No, kung sino man yung
Staying
kandidato,
power, yeah.
kung sino man yung kandidato ng administrasyon, ng dispensation, present dispensation, going into 2028, no? Medyo may kaunti silang problema, no? Hindi pala, malaking problema.
Malaking problema. So let's talk about that. You guys have done a lot of surveys of matchups. Hindi lang Rafi versus Sara, but last time I checked, you have ideas of possible matchups to the degree that you can share, because I know that everything is not for public consumption. Prof. Ranjit, what are we looking at in terms of 2028? Because the window here is not the next month, the window here is the next 3 years or so.
Yeah, I know. Well, I can't talk about details, but
Yeah, to the degree that you can share, yeah.
So, as of December last year, I think Rafi Tulfo was leading in our matchup, one-on-one matchup.
Same
By
with
the way,
others, yeah.
same but since Feb, numbers are beginning to slip.
Because...
Well, because there's a surge of support.
but is it also because Rafi is so quiet?
Well, it's possible. It's also
Diba? I mean, like,
it's a
I haven't seen-
confluence of all of those things,
Yun nga, yeah.
definitely. But she's on top right now. The VP
Yeah.
Duterte is on top as far as
Back
our backing
again,
is
yeah.
concerned. But of course, to those watching our show, this is of course premature. 2020 is a
Very
long
premature,
time.
yeah.
But she has momentum. The Duterte camp has some momentum. I agree with Sec Ronald that has a limit, especially when the empire strikes back, when the administration starts rolling in its resources, rolling out its resources, I should say, and its networks of support. I think that to some extent that will find a ceiling, and that's and what according to SEC, it's 5 to 10%. That's huge. We don't have data to.
But that's a
validate it.
historical
that's
trend line,
historical, yeah. So that's big. That has an impact on 9, 10, 11, 12. Honestly.
Yung factor ni Tulfo, malaking factor kasi yung hindi ka nagpapakilala as a presidential candidate.
Yes.
Si Sara kasi nagpakilala na, tatakbo ko.
I'll go alin,
Eh di, kwan yun, value added sa kanya yun. Tingin ko si Rafi Tulfo is calculating na magpapakilala siya after the midterm elections. No? Doon siya magpapakilala.
Para hindi mo ang premature ambitious.
Kaya pwedeng magbago yun. Pwedeng magbago yan. Dahil malaking factor kasi yung interesado kang tumakbo. Kung hindi ka interesado, ba't ka iboboto ng mga tao? Diba? Bakit ka tataas sa survey? Hindi ka naman interesado. So, yun. Tingin ko doon sa...
So in short, okay.
Let me contribute to
Please,
that.
okay, please, yeah.
Tama si Isek hindi nagpapakilala, ayaw magpakilala dahil ayaw maging magnet ng criticism.
And doesn't look like taking advantage of this for his own personal
but think
purposes.
about it,
Exactly, yeah.
When you look at our last surveys, ang differential lang naman is 4 or 5 points. Kaya imagine, hindi pa siya nagpapakilala, tapos 4 or 5 points na yung The distant third would be Leni Robredo. So, like, double digits naman, pero distant third. So, yun yung yun nakikita namin sa, yung mga pangalan na lumulutang. Then, of course, there's Amy Marcos, there's Lisa Ontiveros.
Robin Hood Padilla.
No, not sa presidential. Sa
Vice President.
Sa
I mean for tandem.
for sa tandem, mukhang asad sa ulo. malakas pa rin si
Wait,
Tulfo.
so if Sara gets for some reason impeached, isn't Robin Hood the natural next one to run on their side?
Yes, but not necessarily a frontliner.
Yes, yeah.
Paano iba kasi? Iba yung, alam karamihan naman sa nag-top sa Senate, hindi naman nag-prosper as a presidential candidate.
But they tried, at least.
Yeah. At ikalawa, medyo malaki na kasi nakilala rin kay Robin Hood Padilla since naging senador siya.
In terms of kakulanan.
So, ibig sabihin, the bubble burst, no? The bubble burst. No?
Yun ang problema niya.
So,
and 3 more years pa for that bubble to
meron
further
kasi mga
burst.
iba na they're always winnable as senators.
Yeah.
But never for a higher position.
Yeah, yun na
Halimbawa, si Lorna,
Lauren Legarda.
Lauren Legarda, no?
Lorna
lagi siyang mataas, nasa top 1, top 2 sa
three,
Senate, pero never siya nag-prosper beyond the Senate. No? Yun yung isang halimbawa. Maraming ganun, ha?
Yeah. But you know, the names like Chis Escudero, they're also in the list.
Yeah, they're in the mix.
list. And then, you won't believe, no? People like Mayor Magalong, Sarni
Yeah, no.
but very low, but you know.
I will believe we've been discussing.
So, you know, it's premature to talk about 2020, really. But
how can you say
say
premature when Sara already throw her hat into the ring, and her being number 1 in service to be the next president will obviously affect how senators will decide on the issue of
in the sense that
trials.
there's so much dynamic. No?
Sure.
Yeah. But that statement aside, there are 2 dominant candidates. It seems like consistently over the last 6 months, we're tracking, it's really Sara Duterte and Raffy Tulfo.
And Lenny not running or running will favor Raffy more or not?
Yeah, I think it will favor Raffy more.
If she doesn't run.
If she doesn't run.
So there'll be a consolidation.
Kung sakaling ma-impeach si Sara at hindi siya mag-resign,
Ibang usapan
or
yan.
kung sakaling ma-convict siya sa isang criminal case like plunder, no, etc., kung hindi na siya vice president, then that will level the playing field.
Yes.
No?
Then anyone can run. Yeah.
Kung siya ay magsusurvive sa impeachment at saka criminal cases, then most probably the battle royale will be a Tulfo
Versus,
and a Sara. No?
Possible.
Actually, the more battle royale, who will be the VP of Tulfo? Because I'm sure
Yun
many
yung-
will. Yun ang mas battle royale.
Maraming pwedeng kombinasyon.
Yeah, exactly.
You have Tulfo Grace po, Tulfo
Yeah,
Riza,
exactly.
Tulfo...
Ang problema, hindi
Speaker
naman-
Romualdez, ha?
Romualdez.
Ang problema, if you're Sara, tatakbo ka for president, ba't ka kukuha ng vice president na hindi naman value added sa'yo? Usually, kukuha ka ng vice president na hindi sa'yo para makadagdag. Halimbawa, kung ikaw ay taga
Kaya sa
Mindanao,
norte, no?
kukuha ka
Amy.
ng taga
You
Luzon.
get Amy.
Kung babae ka, kuha ka ng lalaki.
Yeah.
Kung ikaw ay PDP labang, kuha ka sa ibang partido.
Usually... Wala mong value added.
Yun
Wala
yung...
ka namang value added natin.
Well, I doubt it. I doubt it. Dahil, una,
There's no gray area there.
parehas sila ng constituency.
Tama.
Diba? Kung
Actually,
halimbawa,
parang sumakay lang siya kay Sara.
halimbawa, kung tatakbo si Raffy Tulfo, kukuha siya ng hindi niya ka-constituency
Yeah.
para madagdag sa kanya yon, no? Yun yung logic.
Or maraming resources.
Yun yung logic.
Or maraming resources.
Okay, I'll reveal something also.
Sige,
For 6
eto na.
months, ha?
Eto
So
na.
without going to details.
Yeah.
The strongest tandem for VP Sara Duterte, if she's able to escape all of this and
Is
survive,
Amy.
is Amy Marcos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
North-south.
There's no tandem, including that
Yeah.
of Tulfo or whoever he chooses.
But if she loses the Senate, she will not look like a viable...
If she is destroyed, halimbawa, hindi lang siya matalo. Yung pagkatalo niya ay grabe.
Pahiya talaga. Oo. She will not be considered.
Baka hindi na siya politically viable.
But you guys still didn't answer the question. I mean, first of all, let me say before I forget, I think Raffy has a good situation in the sense that now he can be tactically quiet and be... But he can go all in later on and more than make up for that. So okay pa siya. I think he's still in the goods.
And magkakaroon siya ng dalawa pang kapatid na
Medyo mag-amplifier.
Can run as vice president.
Exactly. Like, oh my God. Although embarrassment of riches sometimes may not work in your favor, right?
That has never happened before.
Yeah.
Tatlong senador,
But you
no?
still guys haven't answered me. If Sara is disqualified for any reason, impeach, whatever, convict, kasi there's even one scenario, even if mag-resign siya, pwede pa rin siya ma-disqualify because she can still be held. But the
Kung
point is,
mag-resign siya, pwede siyang kasuhan ng criminal cases.
that's what I'm saying.
Diba?
So if
So hindi siya tatantanan, Sek?
Mukhang yun ang sasabihin ng Congress, hindi siya tatantanan. They will really disqualify her.
I have to be the
So preemptive resignation.
I'm the person of objectivity in this conversation because I'm a member of the civil service now.
Oo nga pala. Yeah.
Did you just read the memo?
Oo nga pala.
Hindi mo napansin na
Did you get the memo?
I am very
Hindi mo
objective.
napansin na objective din kami.
Objective.
Napansin ko nga.
Lalo ako. Andito na nga ako with Boxer. No, but this is the last one I want to ask. Like, okay, if Sara is disqualified, who will run for them? Bongo, Robin Hood, Baste?
Don't count Bongo out if he's number one here.
That's what I'm saying.
He makes a strong argument.
And don't count out Bongo's dynamics with Sara.
Yeah.
They're not on the same page.
Duda ako kung magsasama sila.
Yeah,
Duda ako, exactly.
Ikalawa, kahit mag-top si Bongo sa Senate,
Hindi sigurado rin.
no, ibang usapin yung nag-top at yung tatakbo for president.
Yeah, that's true.
Dahil napakalaki ng charisma ni Bongo. Imagine mo siya
Parang hindi ka convinced sa sinabi mo.
Parang hindi ka convinced.
Biglang nag-pause ka.
Hindi mo ba napansin na sarcastic ako?
It's so thick. But
Pero number one pa rin siya.
Number one pa rin siya. Boss, malaking bagay.
I mean, hindi siya mag-number one sa last one,
Vice
but
President,
still.
pwede siguro.
Well, depende kung sino yung presidente
yun,
niya.
sino ulo, no?
Dahil I doubt kung magsasama sila ni Sara,
Definitely,
president at saka
Yun nga,
Vance,
di ba?
no?
Yun yung problema
Yun
nila.
yung,
Without Sara, what are their options? Bongo, Baste, Robin Hood? Parang, di ba, biglang, like, it's so dependent on Sara eh.
Yeah, but here's the point, and Sec has rightly pointed this out. If this administration continues to
Underperform.
be suboptimal,
Yeah.
no matter what happens, that will be an argument for their side.
Yeah.
And I think that's their major perspective now. Just leave the administration do exactly what it's doing, and we'll take over in 2028. Whether
So basically,
there
the point...
can't be any. But if the Sec argued, if there's a U-turn, di ba? The administration continues to focus on the ball, good governance, sustainable, equitable development, a real U-turn, baka the moderate candidates have a space.
Basically, the government has all the cards, right?
Yeah.
And yet, what is missing, Sir Ronald? The government has all the cards. I mean, the way I look at it, if you were to...
Is that a question?
It is a demand.
It's
a request for unsolicited advice.
No comment on my side.
Civil service.
Parang yung tinatanong mo, alam mo yung sagot eh.
Bakit Sir Ronald parang
And if
nag-hedge ka na ngayon?
Richard, if you knew the answer, alam mo, that will be it, di ba?
I am totally clueless. I'm an innocent
Actually,
mind.
kaya mo naman sagutin.
I think people understand the purpose of this show is you will say what I don't want to say myself. So thank you so much. I think this triple R thing has a future. Thank you so much, guys. Talagang the good, the bad, and the amazing, the most amazing host. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this latest episode of FYI, hindi lang voter education, pampapamilya pa. Kabuhayan Showcase. Triple R. The good, the bad, and the most amazing.
One of the few times na hindi natin pinag-usapan si Asylum Seeker.
Ayan. And by the way, for the very first time, wala tayong Harry Roque Special Edition. So that will be our next episode. Where in the world is Harry? Alright, thank you so much. Maraming salamat.